Hi, I'm Disciplined Dave, where I put the technique in your physique. Today, we're going to work out our biceps. Now, we're going to go through various different exercises, only using resistance bands to make sure that we can build muscle with our biceps. Now, in order for that to happen, you need to pay attention to the technique and form. This is going to be a complete follow-along workout, and during each exercise, I'm going to tell you things like where to stand, how it should feel, and what are the proper techniques in order to make sure you get the maximum contraction of the bicep in order to build it bigger and stronger. But if you're new to the channel, my channel is dedicated to getting you fit at home. I have various different workouts. Follow along, going over technique and form, reviews, or my overall thoughts on fitness. If that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now let's talk about the equipment that we'll be using today in the workout. Now I'll be using Bodylastics Resistance Bands. These are my favorite bands to use and arguably some of the best bands on the market today. They have anti-snap technology to make it so they don't snap on you. There's a rope in the middle of it, and they have some of the highest strength levels that I've seen on resistance bands. Now also I'll be using the Ultra Door Anchor by Bodylastics. That's right behind me, and as you see, it has multiple anchor points, and I love this because you don't have to keep moving your door anchor from up, down, left, right when you're trying to do your workout. Now you don't need the Ultra Door Anchor or Bodylastic bands to do the workout. You can use any standard set of tube style bands that have a door anchor to complete the workout. Every exercise, that's all you need. But there are some things that are going to be optional in here that I think that will take your muscle building journey to the next level. I'll be using the Bodylatics Curl Bar for an exercise, but as I said, you can use an alternative, but I recommend the Curl Bar because it opens up so many different exercises besides just the biceps. And I'll be using an incline bench for a couple of exercises. Now, something that's overlooked in most workouts is what type of footwear you're using, because footwear is a tool that you can use to really make it sure that you get the most out of your workout. A common mistake that most people use is they use running shoes. And the problem is they have an incline on the back end because it makes it so that it's very cushiony on the back, and it gets small towards the middle because it's designed to propel you forward. But if you need something with more stability to give you a better center of gravity, you want something that's a little bit flatter and it's designed for using heavy resistance. So with that said, I'm using some shoes by GORUCK, which are directly designed for any type of resistance training. Now, they're not a sponsor of the channel or anything like that. I've been using them recently and I really love them. What actually made me find out about them, I was listening to a podcast, a sneaker podcast, because I'm a sneakerhead out there. And they had the person who designed the shoe on there. I think his name is Paul Litchfield. And he's actually the guy who created the old school Reebok pump. Y'all remember the pump? It kept pumping it and it made you jump up higher. As I was listening to the podcast, the original intention of it was to make sure you have more ankle support for basketball players. Because anytime you have an ankle injury, you usually have a cast on there with an inflatable bag. So he wanted to make so that he can have something that can be better for basketball players with the Reebok pump. Now the marketing team just took that and said it'll make you jump higher, but he was a very innovative person in order to make a shoe that was just like this. So now he's with a company called GORUCK, and he took his ideas of trying to create the best workout shoe. If you take a look at their website, they tell you that you actually have 3 arches and the shoe is designed to give you support in all of those. A lot of CrossFit people like it, or people who like the sport rucking, where they're doing a lot of cross training and find this is one of the best ones that you can use. So if you're interested in upgrading your footwear, like I said, they're not sponsoring or anything. I just like them and I want to make sure I support the brand so other people out there can use shoes like this for their fitness. Go ahead and click the link in the description, and I'll also have linked to all the equipment that I'm using today in the description below. Now this workout is part of a series, a resistance bands workout follow along series. And if you want to go ahead and do the other workouts, make sure you click the playlist below and you can work out other muscle groups. And I'll be uploading new muscle groups every week, so hit that notification bell. Now without further ado, let's go ahead and begin the workout. All right, so we're going to begin with a warm up, and I have my door anchor at the bottom of the door here, and I have a very light band. I'm facing away from the door here, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and get in a position to curl. I'm just coming up just like so, okay? Now the warm up is deeper than a warm up. What you're doing is you're trying to feel that contraction during the workout in a slow motion, okay? Because when you have a lighter resistance on there, you can really focus on that contraction and form, all right? So I just want you to feel that bicep coming to that point where it's really tight and coming down to a full stretch. Just nice and slow and just feeling it. All right, I'm gonna take a little slight break. Now, if you didn't notice already during the workout, I put on some gloves. I like this when I'm doing arm workouts because I like ones that have good wrist support on here, because I find once you go really heavy, especially with resistance there, it has a tendency to really bend your wrist backwards and it can start getting sore. So I recommend that you use some gloves on there with wrist supports. I'll make sure I leave a link of the ones that I'm using here. You don't necessarily need them, but I like that extra wrist support. All right, so warming up some more. Now, we're just coming up, keeping our elbows pinned. What we don't want is this movement like this, okay? What we want is just to keep them pinned. And we're coming up and we're squeezing, all right? Another thing is that your wrist is gonna have a slight pivot, okay? Just like this, you see? You see the little pivot right there? Okay, so when you come up, you're pivoting a little bit outward here. And that one gives you a little bit more of a contraction. So just feel that there. All right. And then when you get about 8 to 10 or so, I just want you to hold it. Come back down slowly. All right. Just a couple more here. Just getting nice and warmed up. All right. So now at this point, if you have a curl bar at home, go ahead and switch it to the curl bar with a heavier resistance that you normally would use. If you don't have the curl bar, you can go ahead and still keep these handles on and complete the workout. All right, so I'm going ahead and attaching to my bottom door anchor. Just putting it on like so. Got my curl bar. Putting it right here in the center. And now I'm facing the door, okay? So I'm starting off with a good stretch here. I wanna begin with tension, all right? Keep that back straight and then keep your glutes tight, all right? So you want everything stable here. Keep those elbows pinned down. We're coming up and curling just like so, okay? Now, keep in mind your warm-up form. We're keeping that same form there. I want you to make sure that you're breathing, okay? So inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Now, what I like about the curl bar is that it keeps my wrist at an angle here, which gives me a little tighter bit of a contraction. Now I'll have on the bottom screen here where you can see where you can do this with the handles, all right, if you don't have the curl bar at home. And after we get about 8 to 10 of these, I want you to come up and I want you to hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold, feel that, and release. I'm gonna get about 2 more in, and then hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. All right. Now let's get this next set in here. And what we're doing is, again, starting off with tension. And if you're on that last set, if you felt like it wasn't challenging enough, all you gotta do to make it more challenging is just step back, okay? And you've increased your resistance. If it was too much, you just step forward here. That's the great thing about bands. All right, now let's go. Now, the key is maintaining that position with your body, all right? You don't want it to make it so that you keep coming up like this, it's pulling you forward, you're rocking your body, or you gotta really pull back in order to get it. You wanna be at a nice stable position. You're coming up and only feeling the contraction with your biceps. Just like that, okay? And I want you, when you come up, really squeeze as hard as you can. Just like that, all right? And then I want you to come up and hold. All right, hold, 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 hold. and then just break it down a little bit. Hold, 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 hold. A little bit more. Hold, hold, hold. And try to get 2 more in. And release. All right, on this set here, I'm going to show you at home for those who just have the handles here. We'll make sure that we take care of everybody here. And so it's the same concept, but you're just coming up simultaneously with both arms. You're having the form the same. And once you reach about 4 or 5, I just want you to pick up the pace a little bit, okay? Here we go. Maintaining form. We're picking up the pace, but we're not breaking form. I just really want you to get that blood right in the muscle, okay? Keep coming up. Keep coming. Push it, all right? And now we're gonna hold it, hold it, hold it, maintaining it, flexing, maintaining, and release. Now on this next set, we're gonna use the incline bench. You don't need the incline bench to do this exercise, but I strongly recommend it if you have one at home. Make sure you use it on this one because you'll get a better contraction. Now the good thing about the Flybird bench is that it's foldable, so you can place it anywhere. And you have all the different angles that you need for any type of incline press or anything like that. Okay, with this exercise, we're gonna make sure our incline bench is kind of right here at a 45-degree angle. Now, as far as the distance of the bench from the door, you wanna get it as much as you can where you start off with a stretch with the resistance bands right here at the bottom, okay? So you wanna make sure you begin with stretch. All right, so with that said, this back portion of the incline is your brace, and we're just coming up, squeezing like so, okay? Just like that. So I want us to be at full extension when we come down. And we're still keeping those elbows pinned up and squeezing. We don't want to stop here and come up. We don't want to do this and shortchange ourselves. We want to go all the way down and squeeze right there, okay? Making sure that our feet are planted here, right here on the ground as we come up. And another thing is, just like how we did in the warm-up, I want you to have that slight little pivot right here, coming to that outward position to make sure that we get that full contraction of the biceps. Just coming up and squeeze. All right, we're gonna come up and hold, 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 keep holding, and back down, just like that. All right, so in this set, I want us to go individually, okay? So we're gonna go up on one arm, up on the other one, back down. We're alternating, picking up the pace a little bit, picking up the pace, focusing on that contraction and alternating. All right, keep alternating. Want us to work out those individual arms. And now we're gonna come up in unison. There we go, both at the same time. There we go. We really want to get every single muscle fiber. We're coming up and we're squeezing. Slight pause, back down. I want you to have a defined starting position and finishing position every single time. That way we're not using momentum. We're not just using momentum. We actually have to contract the muscle to go up and down. And now I want you to hold, 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 keeping it contracting, keep holding, and release. All right, for this set here, once again, we're coming up in unison. All right, I really want us to pick up the pace a little bit more here, okay? Still have that squeeze. Those other sets we were learning from our form. Now we're applying that with a little bit more speed. All right, there we go. I want you to keep pushing. Keep pushing there. All right. Faster pace, and we're holding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pushing again. There we go. There we go. Keep pushing. And we're holding again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and we're gonna keep pushing again. Make sure you're breathing. And now we're gonna hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Just like that. All right. All right, so on this next set, I want you to go ahead and take these handles off. And we're keeping that band still on the bottom. All right. And all I want you to do is hold the end just like this, okay? Just holding that in. And I want you to begin with resistance here, all right? And then we're just coming up, holding on. I want you to notice my wrist position, okay? We're doing some hammer curls here, working out a different part of the bicep. I want you to notice my foot position is in a staggered stance. Well, these are some toughies right here. And we're just coming up, keeping those elbows pinned. Just like so, all right? And I want us to come up and hold. Remember, good holding, keeping that contraction. And release. All right, how those arms looking? You getting the pump there? You getting those veins? Let me know how's it going for you. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you enjoy this workout, and make sure you hit that like button if you're enjoying it. It really helps out the channel and lets me know that you want to see more workouts like this. All right, next set time. So same thing before, staggered stance, making sure we're starting off with tension and we're coming up. Coming up just like that, okay? So we're breathing in and out, in and out. There you go. Keep pushing through, keeping that body stable. All the way down, up, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. All right, you got another 2 in you? Go ahead. All right, this last one will be a tough one for me. And hold it, hold it, hold it. And release. All right, here we go again. All right, so we're coming up. I want you to go up 1, 2, and hold. All right, back down. 1, 2, and hold. All right, again, 2 and hold. 1, 2, and hold. All right, and now I want you to just keep going until failure without breaking form. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, this right here is only a 23-pound band, but with bands, 23 pounds can feel like 50. All right, again, and hold it as long as you can, and release. Woo, now that was a set. Okay, so now I want you to take your band and put it at the top of the door. And on this one, we're gonna use the optional curl bar, and we're gonna attach that there. You can use the standard ones with handles. I'll make sure I show you how to do that with a little something here in the corner, the bottom corner of your screen. All right, so we're gonna begin with tension here. All right, and we're curling just like this, okay? Making sure that we keep our arms elevated, coming in, squeezing just like so, okay? What we don't want to do is have them down here and come up this way. We want to keep them elevated up and squeezing. And we're trying to make that bicep feel like we got a baseball in there. Ugh, we're trying to crush it just like that. All right, I have my feet together, making sure my back is straight, my glutes are tight. And then I want you to hold it, feel it, hold it, and release. All right. So remember, as I said before, if you want more tension, you can go ahead and step back a little bit further, because you definitely want to begin with tension. What you don't want is here, and you barely got anything happening here. You think you're doing it, but you're actually not. All right, so begin with tension, back straight, glutes tight, and then up and squeezing. So we're bringing the bar close to our face, but don't hit your face. It's just coming up, squeezing. I want us to hold for 5 seconds. 4, 5, and then I want us to pump out about 5 more. A bit quicker, okay? Coming up, holding, and back down. Back at that slower pace, making sure we're feeling it, keeping our arms elevated, and then hold, and release. All right, so we're gonna make sure, I'm gonna show you also here with just having the normal style handles here with just a regular door anchor at home. So we've had this at home. So just grab both of your handles just like this here. Begin with tension. The form is still the same. And you're just coming up just like that. And you're squeezing, okay? Right there. Coming towards your forehead. Back straight. Squeezing, just keep going. Just keep going, all right? I want you to go, you should be feeling that tension, getting tighter and tighter in the bicep, tearing those muscle fibers, all right? And then I want you to hold when you don't feel like you can do anymore, but I want you to try your best and hold. And then after that, I want you to remember, when getting good size with your arms, biceps are only half the battle. You also need to work the back of your arm with your triceps. I'll have that video uploaded next week, so make sure you hit your notification bell. But in the meantime, go ahead and check out this playlist where I show you how to work other muscle groups like your chest and your legs, and make sure you follow along with those workouts. Thank you for watching, and until next week, I'll have those triceps for you.